Hey, what the frick? Hi, how you guys doing? What the hell? What the frick is going on? That's great. Listen, do draw my freaking life. And I said, sure, let me loaf on it a little bit and then I'll do it, which is what I always do. So here it is. Draw my freaking life, the Just Rain edition. And here I'm drawing some Fumbria looking things, the ones that hang out Gurdwara ceilings. And here's Pamibai. Looks nothing like him. All right, let's begin. I was born in a small little town in Ontario. Okay, that's my horrible drawing of Ontario. On November 4th, 1989. The 80s, man. Good times. My family consisted of my dad, my mom, me, the firstborn, then my younger brother was 2 years younger than me. What? You have another brother? Yeah, I have another brother. Why isn't he ever in your videos? Because he's too cool and he likes different things and white people things, and is like, every time I ask him, he's like, nah, I'm cool player. And then my little brother, because we were fresh from India, my grandparents, both of them living with us, and all four of my dad's brothers, all living in one little dinky little house. Our life essentially could have been a sitcom, the way things were run. So, and I also got my ass kicked lots of times because I had like 10 parents. Growing up in an all-white town was an interesting and weird experience because not a lot of people knew who I was, and led to a lot of confusion, people asking me a lot of questions, which made me feel different even though I liked many of the same things that my peers liked. And just like any young Sekladi, me and my brother would do our hair on the top of our heads when we were younger and cover it with a rumal or a handkerchief, and that led to a lot of confusion as well because people didn't know if we were a guy or a girl, because the closest thing that they had seen to that was like a 8-year-old Mennonite girl. So it's valid in some sense, which led to a lot of interesting experiences for us. For an example, our school cross guards, two brothers who were much older than us in grade 4 and grade 6 respectively. We were like in grade 1 and 3. Let's call them Harry Balsac and Greg Johnson. Middle name, I have a microscopic. And every day when we'd walk home from school, they would be our cross guards and wouldn't let us cross the street to get to our house because apparently we were girls in boys' clothing and had to prove otherwise. Always gotta prove something to the white man. See, this was the quickest route to my house, but these mother effers would make us walk all the way like 7 blocks down past the shady train tracks, across the road which had like heavy traffic monitored by no guards, and then all the way back down our street to our house. And I was like, yo, I ain't got time for this. I gotta catch up on Dragon Ball Z. I don't even know if Goku was able to collect sufficient energy for a fusion bomb because the idiots are making me miss the first 15 minutes of the show every day. So finally one day I was like, yo, F these guys. I'm gonna prove it to them that we're boys. So me and my brother one day walking home decided enough was enough. So we pulled down our pants with our little lulian hanging in the wind, and we chased these dudes butt naked across town with people watching all the way home. That was the most liberated I'd felt in my life. At the age of 5, my dad put myself and my brother in music lessons, where we were trained in classical Indian music from our teacher, Professor Purushottam Singh. Sorry, Ustad Professor Purushottam Singh. That's respecting now, man. And myself and my brother, we'd even travel all across North America, competing in different competitions, performing in different places. I used to travel a lot before even doing the YouTube travel gig. This is another horrible picture of North America. I'm really sorry, guys. Which kind of looks like a porkly little dude. Oh, look, he's so cute. Ah, man, I'm naming him Smijin. This freaking thing, whatever it is, looks like a Smijin. Sup, guys? That's what his voice sounds like. Sup, guys? And the funny thing is, at first, I had no interest in learning tabla at all. I was more interested in, that Pokemon hustling game. I'm trying to get my cards, trying to get them ladies. You know what I'm saying? And my dad was like, yo, man, I'm dropping so much money on you. You gotta practice, or I'm gonna smack you upside the face with this hand full of gold rings. Because every dad had a collection of gold rings. And that shit hurt. I went so far as to even arguing with my tabla teacher, which was a big no-no. Pretty much I got a tabla thrown in my face. I was forever known as the kid that got the tabla thrown in his face. But it was a good experience in some sense, because after that I really started buckling down and really started focusing on my tabla. And I honestly believe that learning music my whole life opened up my mind's creative capacity, not just in what I learned in Indian classical, but also in many different forms of art, such as dance, poetry, writing, artwork, and anything that involved the creative process. And I can't thank my dad enough for that. So thank you, Dad. and to my style as well. See, another thing about my dad was he was a hustler. He made that money. We moved out from an apartment building to a small little basement to a dinky little house to eventually getting our own nice house in a nice, fairly middle-class suburb. And that's also around the time that my parents got a divorce. Just kidding! My parents aren't white. / I'm not literally every other YouTuber that made a Draw My Life video. Seriously, oh my god, everybody's parents got divorced. That sucks, but damn, man. Everybody? Shit. Moving to another house also caused me to move to another school, where I didn't know anybody at all, except for like 5 dudes. No new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no. And that's also the same year that this happened. 9/11, which was a terrible ordeal for many Americans to face, but it was also a terrible ordeal for many of the visible minorities, such as myself. Nobody wanted to affiliate with me in my school. Why would they? He's the kid with the turban. And that's when I hit a bit of a rough patch in my life. Pretty much the same bullshit that anybody like me, my age at that time, had to go through. Bullying, name calling, I got thrown into fights, detention, suspensions. I felt like nobody was on my side. I began to question myself, question who I was, frustrated at how I looked physically, my appearance, and was literally relieved at the days when no one would even say anything to me. But in retrospect, all that happened to me during that time period could also have been a blessing in disguise, because I learned a lot about myself. I grew as a person and was able to mentally cope with tough situations in a more of a strategic and positive manner. Plus, I listened to a lot of G-Unit, which has absolutely no correlation to anything I just said. But then high school came around, and that was wicked, because I went to the only ESL high school in my city, and there was a good mix of kids from all different types of backgrounds and viewpoints. But then my parents got a divorce. Psych! Ain't nobody got time to spend that much money on divorce. Shit. I think that would be literally the only reason why brown parents want to get divorced, because of how much it would cost. Anyways, also at this point, I became a bit of an entrepreneur. I started my own clothing line, selling gear online. I started computer DJing. Yeah, I was one of those guys. And I still traveled doing my tabla gigs, as well as picking up a new hobby, creating stupid films and entering them into a variety of film festivals, which I won a good handful of. No idea why, because they were absolutely terrible. All of these endeavors didn't require me to get a job, because I got that pocket money just by doing things that were my hobbies. Swag. By the time grade 12 came around, I had absolutely no freaking idea on what to do with my life. So I just decided to lean on my strong courses in high school, which were sciences and math, and go into the University of Guelph for biomedical sciences, which I spent my whole first year in and absolutely hated it, dang. So I switched into marketing management, which I thoroughly enjoyed and began to love, because it allowed me to use my creative processes, design and brand, think outside the box, and I was pretty dope at giving presentations too. Then one summer in 2009, as I was boring myself over summer school, I would procrastinate by watching YouTube videos. And then I noticed something. People were actually gaining huge followings and fans based off their channels. So I was like, yo, I can do this too, dang. I can do this too. And since then, it's really taken off, especially in the South Asian community. And anytime I'd be seen in public, people started requesting for photos and autographs. And I was like, what? Why? It also gave me the opportunity to meet a whole bunch of new people, gain close friends, some of them who even work and help out in a lot of my videos. Flash forward to 2013, and where am I in my life? Fairly content. I have so many good things going for me, but I still have so much more that I want to do. So I'm gonna keep hustling till I die. And I'm definitely no god. I mean, I still face a lot of challenges in my life, but sometimes you just gotta look at life and be like, life, listen, shut up. Today, we're playing by my rules. And the greatest thing about this is hearing feedback from people, of how you made them laugh or how you cheered them up when they're in the dumps. And to me, that's like the dopest feeling of all time. So I guess I just wanted to say to everyone who's been supporting and watching, thank you. For real. Oh god, I hope that didn't come across corny. Hey. Okay, I know this is more of a different type of video than I've ever done before, but I got a lot of requests to do it, so I did it. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, second channel, last video, and all my links are on this thing. Subscribe, I got some more rants and skits coming out soon. Okay, bye.